Okay, question 17. The absolute value of 2x plus 1 equals 5. If a and b are the solutions to the equation above, what is the value of the absolute value of a minus b? Okay, the first thing is you must have the understanding of absolute value. Absolute value is positive all the time, and you should know that, okay, assuming that you have absolute value of x that is equal to 3, that means x is 3 or x is negative 3, because negative will become positive automatically as far as absolute value is concerned. So it's the same thing for 2x plus 1. Absolute value of 2x plus 1 equals 5. So when you take away the vertical lines, so 2x plus 1 will be 5, or 2x plus 1 would be negative 5. Okay, then you can just solve for the equations. Alright, let's deal with the first one. Negative 1 both sides, minus 1 on both sides. So you have 2x equals to 4. Alright, divide both sides by 2. So x is 2. And for this one, you do the same thing, minus 1 on both sides. You're going to have 2x minus 1. 2x equals to negative 6. Negative 5, negative 1 is negative 6. And divide both sides by 2. You have x equals negative 3. Alright, and you're asked to find a minus b. Okay, so this will be a and that will be b. It doesn't really matter if this is a b or that is a. It's the same thing, because as far as absolute value is concerned, when you take away the vertical lines, you end up having positive. So alright, let's just take this as a and the other one as b. Okay, so the a minus b would be absolute value of 2 minus negative 3, and you're gonna have absolute value of 2 plus 3, which is absolute value of 5, and eventually is 5. So that is the answer. The answer is 5. Okay, that's for question 17. Right, let's move on to the next question. Question 18. Right, for question 18, it says that Joanne purchased an antique that had a value of $200 at the time of purchase. Each year, the value of the antique is estimated to increase 10% over its value the previous year. That means every year it increased 10%. The estimated value of the antique in dollars 2 years after purchase can be represented by the expression 200A, where A is a constant. What is the value of A? Okay, because the space provided here is so limited, I'm going to do it on another small piece of paper. And what I will do is I will just try to make a table. Okay. Yeah, let's make the table bigger. Okay, this table is too small. Make it bigger. Like this, like this, and like this. Okay. And then over here, I can put a start here, starting year. Okay, and since it says 2 years, right? So I'm going to go first year and second year, like this. And for the starting year, it starts with $200, right? So I label this with 200. And as it says, the increase is 10%. So what I do is I'll go 200 plus 200 multiplied by 0.1, because 10% is converted, when it's converted to decimal, is 0.1. So what I can do is I can factor out the 200 followed by 1 plus 0.1, and it's going to be 200 multiplied by 1.1, and you're going to have 220 for the first year. After the first year, the value will be 220. And the key thing is, for the next successive year, all you need to do is just multiply everything by 1.1. That's a shortcut. So when you go to the second year, you multiply the 220 by 1.1. Okay, when you move on to the third year, you keep multiplying the new result by 1.1 again to get the increased value. So 220 multiplied by 1.1 will give you a 242. 242. All right, let me show you here. 220 times 1.1, you have 220, 220, and you add them up, you're going to have 2420 because of one decimal. So you put the decimal here, so it's going to be 242.0. So it's 242. And according to the questions, it says that the 2 years after purchase can be represented by the expression 200A. So that means you can say that 200A equals 242. All right, divide both sides by 200. Okay, 200. You have A equals. I'm going to use a 2 to do it. 2 goes into 242 is 121 times. 2 goes into 100 is 100 times. So I'm going to have 121 divided by 100 here. And now it's easy. 121 divided by 100 will be 1.21. Okay, so the A value will be 1.21. And that's it. So the answer is 1.21. A equals 1.21. Alright. Alright, next question. Question 19. For question 19, you have 2x plus 3y equals 1200, and you have 3x plus 2y equals 1300. Based on the system equations above, what is the value of 5x plus 5y? Okay, do we see any relationship between the 5 and 2 and 3 here? Very obvious, right? 5, 3, 2. So basically 2 plus 3 is 5, or 3 plus 2 is 5. So what you can do is you can just simply add up the equation. All right, you add up the equation, then you're gonna have 5x plus 5y, that is equal to 1200 plus 1300 is going to be 2500 or 2500. So, and this is what the question is asking for. What is the value of 5x plus 5y? So the answer would be this one. All right, the answer is 2500. Okay, all right, kind of straightforward. Might look tricky. Anyways, if you can see that 2 plus 3 is 5, you can save your work, you know, rather than doing the elimination or substitution for the system of equations. This will save you a lot of time. Okay, all right, last question or section 3. It says if u plus t equals 5 and u minus t equals 2, what is the value of u minus t times u squared minus t squared? Okay, so the first thing you have to know that this is something to do with the algebra. You should be able to factor it by writing this would be simply u plus t multiplied by u minus t. Okay, and you can, it is given that u plus t is a 5 and u minus t is a 2. So we can just plug in the u plus t with a 5 and the u minus t with a 2, and you're going to have 5 times 2 is a 10. Okay, u squared minus t squared is 10. Alright, so you can redo over here. It says what's the value of u minus t times u squared minus t squared, right? Let me just copy the question again. So it's going to be u minus t times u squared minus t squared. That is equal to, okay, we know that u minus t is a 2. So replace the u minus t with a 2. And we have solved for u squared plus minus t squared, which is a 10. So replace it with a 10. And eventually 2 times 10 is going to be 20. So the answer is 20. Okay, there you go. Alright, that is it. I hope you guys enjoy my video. If you did enjoy my video, do give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much.